Well, welcome to Table Talk. I'm here with Mr. Ryan Belanger. Great to have you on here. Let's just start with what got you into arm wrestling? How did you start?
Uh, I always kind of did it as a kid, man, and at the lunchroom, and then as I got older, got into the bars and stuff, and
Mhm.
it was always kind of hard to find somebody to beat me. They'd have to outweigh me, by a pretty good amount. And I was on YouTube, probably 2015ish. I don't even know when YouTube came out, but it was fairly new. Um, and I saw Travis Bajent just running over
Mhm.
people and like just talking all that trash. And I was like, dude, like this guy is awesome. You know what I mean? And I saw the whole stand up Rich, when he was pulling Richard Lubke's and stuff.
Yeah.
That video, yeah. So I saw all that, man, and I probably watched it on YouTube here and there just for a solid 2 years before I actually even did anything about it. Till I went and found like a team and started training. Um, this was, I think I even watched Game of Arms and all that before I even started.
Mhm. There you go.
And then,
And so,
then, yeah, and then I was just gonna say, and then one day I reached out to somebody on Facebook. They pointed me into,
yeah,
this direction, and there I went. I went to
that's
one practice,
basically
and
what I was going to ask is how did you find the team? So, did you always pull with Carolina Chaos, or was there another team to pull with before that?
no, so I started up in Wilmington, uh, and that's where Scott Clements, and you might know Adam Hoeing from North Carolina.
Maybe.
Adam Hoeing, Ryan Dunwoody, that crew.
Sounds familiar. I know,
Yeah,
I know
so
Rick Layton up in North Carolina. That's connection up there that I have. But
okay, yeah, they're further towards the coast, but
yeah.
um, so I started training with them. I trained with them for the first from 2018 to probably 2022, I guess,
Mhm.
or yeah, 2022, 2023, something like that, and then uh, I just I always talk to Chad and then Shane Owens and all them guys at the tournaments, Adam Rosinski. Me and Adam had a bunch of wars, man, and it was always kind of a mutual respect, mutual maybe love hate relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, I ended up going up there and just making that 8 hour round trip.
yeah. Because I think my introduction. I don't know if you even remember this. It was Pull the Mountains in 2021, maybe 2022, somewhere in there. And that was one of the first tournaments I went to with Ike Ford and some of the guys down here. And I remember
Yeah,
meeting you, and you walked around. I think you had this big one of these arm warmers on, and he
yeah,
goes,
yeah.
that's Ryan Bellinger. He goes, that's a bad dude over there. And I think you ran over everybody, but maybe Paul. This was when Paul was like 270, 100, when he was big.
Yeah, I haven't pulled Paul since. I don't think. But yeah, he smacked me around.
That's a big boy. Well, he's cut down now. He's a little bit lighter now. So
You're talking about Passmore?
yeah, yeah, Paul Passmore. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I've seen him pull lately. He looks like he's in
he's
really
in good
good
shape.
shape.
Yeah, that might
So
be that
I
might be
seen it.
some match for you.
Well, I would honestly, man, the way that Josh Ellison's been running over everybody, I would
It's true.
I'd like to pull him.
I've got some. I know some people that want to pull Josh Allenton. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
him and there's another guy that's been kind of was Drum Powell's kind of been climbing up a little bit too, getting better and better.
Who?
Drum Powell? Is that his name? I think so.
So you say
There's
Jerome
always
Powell? You say Jerome Powell? I think of like the guy that's in charge of the Fed cuts, rate cuts and stuff.
maybe I'm getting his name mixed up. Yeah,
You talking about
where
Jerome Loud?
Jerome Loud. Thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
I got the names Jerome Loud.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Jerome Powell's the Fed guy, man.
Yeah, the bad guy. Not him.
But
He's not too much of a challenge for you.
Yeah. No, I pulled. Oh, I pulled Jerome probably around the same time, man, and he beat me. We were all on a round robin. Ike put on, and
Yes.
I had some big wins that day, but I beat Paul Passmore that day, but I lost to Jerome. But Jerome ran through everybody right and left handed, went undefeated.
Mm,
He
yeah.
took he came in, took like the $2,500 and said, "Have a good day."
Yeah, I feel like a lot of those guys, a lot of those, they kind of they go back and forth a lot in that particular weight class. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Josh Johnson has been on a tear.
Oh yeah, man. He's always been like really, really good.
Yeah.
Uh but I think there's times, when, with his kids maybe and stuff that he wasn't able to train like that. But I
Mhm.
think he's training, really training now. And I think I mean, he's definitely probably top five, but you know, in the
Yeah.
220 class.
Yeah. But so
I don't know where he's ranked, but he's got to be.
he's,
I think he's top
he's
five.
up there. He's up there. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Um, but let's see here. So you got in contact with Chad Silvers, and when did you kind of officially become part of the team? Because I know it's from what I've been told, it's quite a process to join the team.
Yeah, it took me. Uh, Forget how many practices. It was like 21 practices or something. It was like maybe it was like 4 months, 5 months, maybe 6 months of consistency. Showing
Okay.
up.
Yeah.
Uh, in which I missed probably two unscheduled misses ever. You know,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
it's a process. I mean, there's guys that's been there for you know a year and a half or something that still don't have a shirt. So
Yeah. That's the saying in the Southeast. If you see those red shirts, you know.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. That was my introduction when I got to film Adam at the Honky Tonk Saloon 2020 versus Paul Talbot was 22 or 21.
that was 2082.
22, yeah, yeah. And
The,
that
the
was my introduction because I think it was like most of the team showed up. They were all sitting in the front row. Everybody's
yeah,
sitting there, yeah.
yeah. I was there, but I don't think I was on a team yet.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
You know,
you got
and I won my class that day because I don't think Adam pulled, and uh, yeah, but I went to every one of them tournaments. And I think the year before he pulled Noel Nunez, and then the year before that he pulled Robbie Russell, and that was a screamer.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
So you train pretty much every Sunday with those guys. What kind of stuff do you do at home? How do you structure your training?
yeah. So table time definitely once a week. Uh, you know the my training is a lot of West Side barbell style.
Mhm.
I would say Todd Hutchin like, but a
Yeah.
little different, my own variation. I do a lot of stuff, max effort stuff with resistance bands, plus weight. So yeah, I mean, I'm always trying to get set PRs and do all that type of stuff. You got to throw in a volume week or two every about every 5 weeks of that type training.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if
Because
not,
it
you
yeah.
just start to break down, and then you ain't worth anything.
Yeah. Yeah. That's hard training. That's the way I'd like to do it if I could stick to it. I've got some goals in 2026. Getting strong is
Yeah,
one of them.
nice, nice. No, yeah. If I sometimes I gotta throw that volume weekend after about 3 weeks, and sometimes it takes 7 or 8 weeks. But you should
Yeah.
always listen to your body. You know what I mean? Like if you feel
Yeah.
yourself, just and you could tell, but uh, with your table practices too, you
Mhm.
can kind of tell if you're just getting
Yeah.
broke down.
Exactly. And that's what I finally got to the point after like two, maybe, I'm coming up on like, I think I'm coming up on 4 years now where I can practice and then go home and lift weights. And it took 2 or 3 years before I could practice and then go
Oh
lift
yeah,
weights. you know.
No, I
So
haven't. I haven't always been able to train like this. My first 3 years probably was all volume training. It was
mhm.
all lightweight, a lot of reps, just trying to
Yep.
heal
Blood
because
flow.
everything was so sore. Yeah,
Yep. That's pretty much it. That was me. I was just like doing like I want to do some pull ups and pull on a band and but yeah, my goal was just like I want to go. I want to be able to have a good practice. You
yeah,
know. Yeah.
yeah. You'll see, man. You're still gonna come across some, uh, you know, them rough practices or or whatever where you're gonna be sore, especially after like a tournament and you get into some
Mhm.
grinder matches there.
Yeah.
It took me probably 10 weeks after the Allen Ford match to be okay.
Yeah. That's on my list. That's on my list to ask you about because to
Okay.
me, okay, the Allen Ford match, man, it's on my list. I think that's match of the year. I can't think of a match that's better than that one. Um, take me back to your first East versus West versus Coach Ray. How did that go? How did that come about? And then how did you get the Allen Ford match?
So they were doing. I think they did two years of qualifiers, and the winner of each uh, qualifier qualified to go to the finals, and the winner of the finals was guaranteed a right arm match at East versus West. And I didn't go the first year. Second year came around. I went qualified, went to Florida, and I won the 209 class in Florida, and that got me my match with Coach Ray. Uh,
Which I got to see that match. I was there live. That's a good time.
yeah, it was good, man.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be that easy, but you know,
Yeah.
I
Coach
was
Ray's
I
a
was I was just too strong for him inside, man.
yeah.
He was a little bit lighter. Um, I cut from probably 220, so
Yeah, I was about to say you had a couple inches on him and a couple pounds.
yeah. Well, usually I don't have any inches on anybody, right? Yeah, because I'm not. I'm like 5'10", so I'm not
Yeah, I
usually.
have that problem. That's my problem. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not usually the taller guy, so yeah. If anything, you'd think it might be a little disadvantage being the taller guy when you're
The
not
only
used to
time,
it.
yeah, the only time I've done well is when I cut down to 155. Okay, that's if I cut down to
Oh yeah,
155, I'm feeling good at 155.
right.
People with the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
same size hand as me, I feel a little bit bigger than them. You
Right.
know, put my
Yeah.
work boots on, get an extra inch.
But you've been like you and guys that are about your weight and stuff, man. Like you guys have it made. Like you could go to these practices and red line and just
Oh,
work and works like max effort. You know what I mean? And,
oh, yeah, it's
and
always max effort whenever I go to practice.
that's what I'm saying, man. And you're gripping bigger hands, and
Always.
you get you know some uh, when you get to a certain level, you're not really max effort training.
Hmm.
You might be holding,
Yep.
and so just take advantage of that, man.
Yeah,
Uh,
I try to think positively, but there's guys like,
yeah,
I grew up with Cody Wood, and I'm like, yeah, that's that higher level in the 176 to 155 type
but that
guys.
but that he should be a goal, right? I mean, I know you might train with him some, but I mean, it should be a goal to be
Yep.
able to stop him going
Mhm.
sideways or to be able to
Yep.
move him off center or whatever. I don't know what you can do with him, but to do something.
Not too much. It's not too much. But he's
Yeah.
an example. He's one of the few guys that has a similar size hand to me because I have really really small hands. Um,
Mhm.
it's nice, but I'll grip up like when I grew up with Adam. I can't. My fingers don't make it to the back of his hand. I mean, it's just.
Yeah, Adam's just a freak, man. His
Yeah,
his right hand is I don't know if you know, but his right hand's like way bigger than his left.
yeah. Is certain. I don't know how much bigger. I know it's bigger because I've seen pictures.
Yeah, it's
It,
visibly bigger. So
it's visibly bigger. Yeah,
yeah. But yeah, he's got a super heavyweight hand.
yeah, easily.
Yeah.
More than
So,
the only person who has a hand similar to his was this guy from some island, and he has a grandma near where I live, and he came to train with us like one time out of nowhere, and he's
hmm
like the champion on this island, and he had, I mean, just a catcher's mitt. He was like he was bending the handle when he was pulling on the table,
oh
just
yeah,
a freak, yeah. And he's the only one that's close, but there's a few guys, but it's just the thickness. It's the thickness because I normally I can get a little bit on the back of somebody's hand, but like it's just flat. It's just flat when I grab onto their hands. I can't get to the back of their hand. That's how small my hands are.
that's why I do that flat finger work, right?
Yep, yep. Got to do flat finger work. Yep. I might start having to pull on like Todd Hutchins. Just the you just go sideways.
Hey, it works, right? It works, right?
But you got the Coach Ray match, and did you get the Alan Ford match because of the Coach Ray match, or did you win another thing to get the Alan Ford match?
Yeah. So the Alan Ford match was because I won it. I won.
Yeah.
So they because I beat Coach Ray, so they were wanting to, maybe increase the challenge a little bit. And Alan Ford, uh, he's pretty good. He's got some big wins under his belt. I do feel like uh, that match should have been a lot easier, but my hand blew up first round. If you watch it back, first two starts, I ate them up, curled them in, and then for some reason my hand just blew right up, and then it was just gone the rest of the match. So
Yeah.
I had to arm to
Yeah.
arm. It's not arm to arm. It's not close, but
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is.
When you get out there no man's land, you gotta improvise a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, yeah. I'm just thankful the arm. It was weird. The arm never blew up like the shoulder or nothing like that. I was
Hmm.
able to hold and bicep all that felt good,
Yeah.
but the hand was gone. I mean, I couldn't close my hand for an hour after the match, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a match. That's up there for me. That's a fantastic match. Yeah. It
The
reminded.
next,
Yeah. What are you
I was gonna
saying?
say, you know, we had to be at the airport at like 5 in the morning, and I didn't sleep that well just because the adrenaline and all that stuff.
Hmm.
I woke up the next morning, man, getting things ready, put my book bag on. Like I could barely get that thing on, man. And then I had to take it on and off at the airport a few times. I was just like, "Jeez!" It felt
Yeah.
like I got ran over by a truck.
Yeah. Yeah. Because what was the longest round? I mean, y'all had some rounds that went for a minute and a half, something like that.
Yeah, yeah. I think every round was about that long, except for the last one.
Yeah. Yeah. It reminds
The
me a lot of
last
the
one.
Vitali versus Dave Chafee, the first one.
Mm.
Reminds me a little bit of that. Yeah.
So you call me
So
Dave Chafee? Thank you.
yeah. Yeah, you like Dave Chafee. I can see it.
That's a compliment.
Absolutely. People like Dave Chafee just had that thing where they kept giving him all these monsters and it was like a couple losses in a row, East versus West. Like people don't know how strong Dave Chafee is because they always see him lose to
But he was,
some
but he was
giant.
also he was also a little unhealthy.
Yeah.
He had that neck issues and other issues with the side pressure and all that stuff that he just couldn't train like that. But now in that lighter weight class, I don't think there's many people that's going to beat him down there except for if Devin goes down.
Yeah. His
Uh,
lifts are insane. There's videos
yeah.
of him with just like plates and plates on whatever cable
Have you
machine
ever
he's using.
have you ever talked to him?
No, I haven't talked to him before. No.
Oh man, like he's like the nicest dude in the world too.
Yeah. Most
Like
are I haven't met too many mean arm wrestlers.
yeah, nah. I mean, there's a few I would rather just not talk to, but
Yeah.
I ain't gonna
Uh,
mention no names.
no, that's fine. But hey, this is table talk. You can do whatever you want to here. Um,
Right.
um, no, but that'd be a fun interview. I'm sure one of my favorite arm wrestlers is Alan Fisher, and I've become friends with him. through
Talk about
through
a hand. Talk about a hand.
friend or friend.
Yeah.
Well, his 70th birthday is coming up, and there's a little me and him are planning something. I'll just say that we're planning. We're going to do a little something.
Oh, nice.
Hopefully it'll work out. But yeah, you want to talk about a nice guy? That's a nice guy right there.
I've only talked to him on Facebook a few times, but yeah, he seems super nice and talk about one of the legendary guys in the sport, right? Like, not
We
many
were
have his accolades.
yeah. No, we were talking the other day, and he was like, we were talking about finding some old videos of him, and he goes, oh, go back to this, match from 1990, whatever it was, and that's when I pulled. There's just he found this video. It was like he was pulling Dave Patton, and he tore
Oh yeah,
Dave Patton's pec. He just tore his pec off his arm. So maybe someday I'll be good like Alan Fisher. That'll be a goal for me.
I mean that's a hell of a goal, but I mean you can do anything you set your mind to, man. You know,
But I
if you
just want
put
to
the,
be I just
if
want to
you
be healthy like him when I'm 70.
yeah, well I saw a video like 2 years ago. Norm Devio was still pulling, and he's like 80 something.
Yeah,
You ever heard of Norm Devio?
maybe it rings a bell.
Yeah, man, he's just he's like and he's not Alan Fisher like accolade wise, but I mean he's just one of them guys that's been pulling for you know
Forever.
50 years or whatever,
Yep.
and he's still pulling and beating 20-year-olds.
Yep.
He's
Yep.
got to he's got to hold them and wait them out, but I mean,
Yep. Well, that's I like I'm over here more towards Georgia, and I'll pull with Paul, and we have Ron Bath, and he's
mhm.
he can still smoke just about anybody. There's still not too many people that can hold a candle to Ron, but
Nah, he's Ron like he's the GOAT if John never was around, right?
yep, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Thinking about longevity, how do you structure your diet? We talked a little bit about this once. Diet, exercise, like you kind of you have certain ways you like to eat, certain supplements you like to take that you kind of have a mindset of like I want to be pulling good like this in 20 years.
Yeah, I'll take all the joint support stuff, fish oils, animal pack multivitamins,
Mm.
that type stuff. But I take my BCAAs. Uh, that's really that's really about it. I was doing the essential amino acids too, there for a while. Just all this stuff kind of gets expensive. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
So you gotta kind of choose, and you don't want to buy like you're wasting your money if you buy the cheap bunk stuff, right? So, uh, but yeah, I mean, longevity wise, I think taking all them stuff. But I take like heart support, all that type. I mean, I'm 40 now, so I take cardiovascular support stuff and all that. And as far as training and the way I pull, I don't necessarily know if it's supposed to be. I don't know if
yeah.
it's going to be like longevity wise, but I am developing a top roll. Uh, and I could do a top roll. I could do a couple other little things other than hook. So,
But that's real
but
arm wrestling. I mean,
yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go away from it. I mean, I think if you take care of uh, your joints and
you're
all
always
that stuff,
yeah,
doing your JM presses, like
absolutely.
everybody asks me like, how do your elbows not hurt? And I'm like, the
Jam
number one
presses.
th- well, the number one thing for me is of course JM presses, but a ton of tricep work. Doesn't
Yep.
matter what tricep stuff you're doing, full extension, tricep work. Do a ton of
Push-ups.
it. Yeah,
Anything. Yeah.
anything. Tricep push downs, dips. I mean, and if you think you're doing too much, you're not.
Yep. Yep. Thankfully, I have avoided elbow pain. I've never really had, but jam presses, push-ups, and
Yeah,
so far it stayed away. Yeah.
that's good. Yeah, I've had a few issues here and there. not really inner elbow or anything in the past 4 years, but in the beginning I did. I usually, if anything with me, I gotta take a lot extra care of my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
I always have like this little rear delt issue, and it comes from an imbalance, right? So you got to make sure you do all your extensor
Yes.
stuff. You
Yeah.
know, so that's
Yeah.
that's very important too for as far as longevity. Like you need to, because we're all pulling and wrist curling. Like do your reverse wrist curls, do your reverse curls, do your um, all your rear delt stuff, your rear delt flies, all that stuff to balance it out.
So, yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Would you agree with the philosophy that it's every pound of weight you can go the other direction with, you can increase the amount you can go in by like 5 pounds?
Well, I've never really heard that, but
That's
I'm
I've heard tell, and I'm sure it's not exact. I think it was Trevin Work that told me that. He said every pound you get going, you train going the other way to balance out. You could theoretically increase your regular lift by about 5 pounds or something like that.
yeah, okay. I was trying to think of what I do on like the rear delt and stuff, and then on what I do maybe on the the internal rotation part of that.
Hmm.
That's what I was trying to think of. Rear delt, external
It's,
rotation, right?
yeah, how it
Yeah,
comes
yeah,
out. But I'm sure the principle is correct, even if the math isn't. The idea of
yeah. No,
now.
but I mean, I would think it's close. Like if I'm doing rear delt 30 pounds or something, and I can do internal rotation of 150 pounds, that's probably right. It's probably I could probably do more
Yeah,
internal rotation than that.
that's a lot of internal rotation.
I'm trying to
150.
think,
Whew.
man. I got everything wrote down,
Yeah.
but I did 160. What did I do? 160 something side pressure. 164. I don't know. I got it wrote down in my books,
Wow.
but I just hit 160 something. 164.
Crazy.
I think it was. It actually broke my wrist wrench.
that
Yeah,
would do it. 164
yeah.
would do it.
Dude, it snapped my wrist wrench. I hit myself in the face with it. Gave me a
Oh,
black eye. It gave me a black eye. And I had somebody from the Wilmington crew that has a 3D printer, and they made me a brand new wrist
there
wrench
you
and
go.
gave it to me.
Sweet.
And then, so I didn't know if I could get the lift because it broke. And then I did the lift like 10 days later, and I was able to get it.
Yeah. What are your favorite lifts? Do you have like some favorites that you?
Yeah, I mean, I like I doing powerlifting and stuff, man. And having big legs. Like I used to be such a squat, leg press, deadlift guy, right? And now that I don't really do that stuff because I'm trying. If I was to lift all that stuff, like I would be 15 pounds heavier,
Right.
and not and it's not benefit me in arm wrestling. Uh, but I like I like the max effort, like side pressure. Any type of them max effort lifts that you're trying to move towards you, whether it's just back pressure, side pressure. Love all that stuff, but I would say my number one. I love weighted dips. I love weighted pull ups, and I love bent over rows
There you go.
with
Yeah.
barbell. Yeah,
What's your weight on? Because now you're talking about pull-ups, okay? And I was talking about Cody. You're talking about some weighted
yeah,
pull-ups. What
yeah.
kind of weights do you like to put up? Do you do like big max effort weighted pull-ups or like reps?
I've never really max effort, but the last time I did the weighted pull ups, I did three plates for 8. So
Wow.
that's what 90,
Yeah.
135 plus it's about 340 total pounds for
Mm,
8.
mm,
Yeah.
mm.
But yeah, you can't compare me to Cody though. He's just next level.
Yeah. That's he.
I,
I asked him. I was texting him. I said, I'm coming up with some goals for 2026, and he said 5 sets of 90 would be like reps. He's like that's when you're starting to get towards like more elite level. And I was like, all right, okay, I got some work to do there.
Yeah.
Uh,
Damn, 5 sets of 90?
yeah, he said 5 sets of 90
Yeah, I would get like tired of
per rep.
counting.
Yeah, I was like, goodness gracious.
You're talking 5 sets of 90 reps, right?
I think, but yeah, if I remember what he said right, yeah, 5 sets of
5
90.
sets.
He said that's like the cusp of elite. You're like starting to get towards really elite reps.
Damn.
Yeah.
I thought I was doing good. I did 41. Like, and I was like, I was proud of myself. And now
Yeah.
I hear you say this, and I'm like, I ain't nothing.
No. Well, I think when you start getting into reps and you talk about how much heavier when you're lighter and you're doing reps, that's when it starts to make a huge difference.
True.
Yeah, I would imagine. But if you're just talking about like 1 rep maxes, then you can really compare because you just add body weight plus whatever you got hanging,
Yeah.
So, but what are your now that you've beat Alan Ford, what's next? And have you had a super match since then? Because I don't think you had a super match since then, right? You were just kind of recovering.
I'm pulling Robbie Russell December 20th.
I think okay, Robbie Russell. Yeah, but what's your game? You got a game plan? You keeping it a secret game plan?
I think everybody knows it's going inside.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, huh?
I wouldn't expect too much different.
No, I mean Robbie's got a top roll. He may revert to it. If you don't like what he feels inside.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be a good match.
Good.
Robbie's
Now,
strong.
I feel like is the hook style just something a lot of those Carolina Chaos folks do because of kind of Chad Silver's style of teaching and arm wrestling, or is that just how all of y'all prefer to arm wrestle? Because it's most of the Carolina Chaos guys that I've seen pull more so in a hook.
Yeah. Arm wise, I just think our arms, the way we train, end up being stronger. So it's easier to, or, it's more comfortable to hook. But I mean, Chad himself doesn't hook. He's a top roller.
Yeah.
And he was successful. He's got like 7 or 9 world titles. But there's some other guys in the group like Matt Harris.
Okay.
Like there was a streak where Cobra didn't lose a match for like 6 years or something, and Matt Harris beat him every time they pulled 1 year. And he's a guy that people forget about, man. But he went on a tear there, and he was beating the Craig Tulliers and the Cobra Rhodes, and he was beating all them guys, man.
Yeah, Craig Tullier, that's a good name. I remember meeting him in Alabama. Yeah.
Well, they used to do all them. I don't know if you ever seen the Ruler of the Nations tournaments that Gary Roberts used to record. So yeah, it'd be like all them guys. It'd be like Chad and Craig Tullier and just man, all the old school guys, and they would just run it, man. And it was always seemed to be like Matt Harris winning or Chad would win or and all them guys are really good.
Yeah.
I mean, they were the guys back then,
Well, now when's Chad gonna get a super match again? I know he's mostly seems like he's mostly focused on training his guys from what I've heard. But
yeah,
I know a lot of people would like to see him pull again.
He was pulling Ron Bath at World Series of Arm Wrestling qualifier in Jacksonville. Not this past one, but the one before. And Ron had him opened up. Chad was open, trying to rotate, trying to pronate, and he tore his pronator off, and he tore his bicep. So his biceps been ready, but that pronator, man, it ain't wanting to cooperate.
Yeah.
So he's having to do, he's still training and weight training and stuff and pulling some on a table, but I don't think it feels comfortable enough
Yeah.
to kind of have that grinding practice with it,
Okay. Yeah.
So he's just, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know,
He's
man. He enjoys watching it, all the guys be successful, and
yeah.
but I don't know. He may come out of retirement one day.
Well, he's on my list. He's on my list of folks I'd want to see come out of retirement. So
Yeah.
yeah. So you got that big match coming up. Do you see yourself in kind of this? Are you focusing more on super matches, or do you still enjoy tournaments? Do you kind of have a couple? What are your goals in that
Dude,
sense?
I love tournament pulling. Uh, the number one thing for me with the tournament pulling is if I'm going to do all that traveling and not getting paid and all that. I mean, I want like Josh Elton there and Paul
It's got to be
Passmore and
yeah,
yeah, I wouldn't want to go and then just smash five guys and then go back home.
yeah,
You know, and it's no disrespect to them five guys,
yeah.
but it's just yeah, I want some. I'd like to. That's a couple tournaments I'll probably do next year. I've noticed was the Georgia ones. Paul's
Mhm.
always there. Josh is always there. Josh Bishop. Uh, you know, all them type guys always end up showing up, and
Sure. Georgia
yeah,
State.
Jerome. Yeah, like I'd love to go to like Georgia State next year and just pull them guys.
Yeah, yeah. That's always a great tournament. I didn't get to make it last year, but I made it to most of them. That's always a good tournament. Absolutely.
I'm always like, yeah, I might go to that, and then I'd forget about it or something. Don't plan it, and then you see the highlight videos of who all was there, and you're just like,
Yeah,
dang, man.
yeah, yeah. That's a good. I have some fond memories there. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, so you got that Georgia tournament, Winter Blast. I think it's a big one. A
that's
couple of
up.
those.
Where
Yeah.
what's that? New Jersey?
Is it New Jersey? I think it's New Jersey.
Somewhere up there in the Northeast, man.
Yeah.
But I think I had what they have 700 entries.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've had some good guys there, like Dustin Jelliff. He's good. Uh, I think Artemis went up there and pulled, and a couple other guys.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, you're going to have 18 or 20 guys in your class, right? So
At least. Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
so that's always good. At least you get a lot of pulling in.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as you don't get, two losses like me right away,
Right. And I was going to
Yeah.
say too, if I do go to a tournament and there's not like any of the top guys there, I guess it's good time to break out the top roll, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's good. It's good opportunity for you.
Just
Yeah.
like, yeah, all right, I'm not allowed to hook all day. I got a top roll.
You got a top roll. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, like I have a great top roll if the person is a lot weaker than me. My top
Oh
roll is
yeah.
amazing. Yeah. I mean, if
Oh
they're weaker than
yeah.
me, oh, it's beautiful. I mean, you should see it. It's like, I'm over
Oh,
there looking like John Brzant, just beautiful
yeah.
over the
Perfect.
top. As soon
You're
as they're
top
strong.
rolling. You're top rolling out of the hook.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember John used to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, just
Yeah.
all the way back.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. But so you like tournament pulling? Do you have any fun tournament memories where like a moment when you kind of first started pulling where you're like, oh, okay, I'm like really good at this, or like that was like something that you had a win that you're like, oh man, I can't believe I just beat that guy.
Hmm. So my first tournament ever, I won amateur and I finished second pro, right arm. So, and I didn't know I was, going to do anything like that. I even surprised some of my teammates. But trying to think, man, tournament wins. I have a lot of losses to Adam Rosinski. 90-second matches. Uh, who- I would say really that round robin I've had, was really when I started to beat some of the bigger name guys. But tournament wise, yeah, I don't know if I've ever, I don't know if there's a huge name that I actually beat in the tournament ever. It was always
Mm.
like a super match or it was like a round robin.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. How long did it take you to get your first super match?
uh, it probably took me a few years. I'd say 3 years in, I had the luxury of pulling Paul Walther, and Paul Walther, North
Sounds
Carolina.
familiar.
Yeah,
Maybe.
well, he's a legendary guy from
Yeah.
he's in his I think he's in his 60s now, but yeah, and he smashed me right, but he's a legendary guy, so of course you're going to take the match.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my first super match, man, 3 years ago, and then I think I've only had about 6, 7.
Really? Yeah. So, because I mean, how long did it take you to get ranked where you are? Because I think you're number one in your weight class still currently.
210, yeah, number
Yeah.
one. That took me, I would say, 6 years.
Yeah.
So 6 years total. I've been pulling since 2018. So this 2026 will be 8 years. Well, the end of 2026.
Yeah.
So I'd say it took me about 6 years. I've been ranked number one for a minute now, probably since 2024. So something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good for a while now. Yeah.
Yeah. But again, I haven't really, the only thing I've done is pull East versus West, or I pulled that big national invitational that was in Tennessee. It was supposed to be like 32 guys in each weight, or I think it was 32 guys in each weight class, but it was all invitation only. So it was supposed to be like the top guys. It was supposed to be like a real nationals, like it was back in the day.
Yeah.
But had some hiccups. Some people didn't show up. Nobody got paid.
Mm.
I'm sure you heard about all that, but
It sounds familiar. I think I know what you're talking about. There's the big. It was a big. It was supposed to be this big deal, right? And then
it's called the Great American Bash.
yes, the Great American
Yeah,
Bash. Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So I don't want to say nobody got paid, but we all got paid way less than what was offered. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think I was supposed to get like $1,200 or something. I ended up with like 300.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
big difference.
Welcome to arm wrestling, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Which
That's
is
why.
it's unfortunate because it was Lorray Jenkins that was doing all the round robins and stuff that really took off, and everybody was loving them. The money was there, and then they do this uh, one event. It was a particular guy. I don't want to call him out, but particular guy that took kind of care of this event, and then there ended up being a bunch of missing money. Uh, so
Yeah.
that kind of ruined the round robins moving forward, and whatever, which I thought would have been a nice thing to do every year, man.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
But
Yeah. That's why I've loved working with Brian Summerlin, putting on Battle of the Bar, because like I got connected to him through Ike Ford, because I just gotten my level 1 reffing certification and he needed some refs. And he paid out every ref, he paid out every weight class, he paid out the overall winner, and everybody couldn't believe it. They're like, he's actually paying out the winners of the first place winner,
yeah,
and they couldn't believe it. And so I went working with him on the second one, so
well, I think if any promoters see this, I think don't ever, unless you have the guaranteed money in your bank account, don't ever offer a set amount.
yeah,
You could
absolutely.
always offer, you know,
A percentage of
cat
whatever that.
cash
Yeah,
prizes first through third, and just don't even say a number. You know, but
yeah,
if you want to throw something big and you happen to have you know, the 12, 15 grand to pay everybody out in the bank already, then you can do what you want. But
Yeah. Well, like Knuckles Up, I think had a similar kerfuffle not too long ago. And I don't even know if they're doing another one.
yep, I heard everybody finally got paid.
Okay, well, good.
That's what
Yeah,
I heard.
yeah.
But
I knew they had planned on it, and they had some technical issues or something. But that's good. It's good. Yeah.
but I mean, they're playing the game like it's a credit card. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I even saw somebody posted something about the Georgia versus the world athletes didn't get paid. I was like,
Come on, guys.
I don't
Gotta
know
do
how
that.
factual it is, but I did see that stuff on Facebook, man. I didn't look too much into it, but I was just shaking
Yeah.
my head.
Yeah. The more I get involved with different arm wrestlers at different levels who have gotten to the peek behind the curtain, you know, um, it's crazy. It's crazy. It makes me really want to put something on. That's why I like doing stuff with Brian, but I'd love to do something here because we're near Augusta, so we have it's a pretty good spot. People from Florida, South Carolina,
Hmm.
Alabama. It's like a good central location. So I've
Let me
got
tell
ideas.
I was, yeah, I'd be interested, man. Uh, but let me tell you what kind of guy Adam Rosinski is. Like, if people don't know, like he threw that first East versus West qualifier. They put, you know, cash prize 500 first place, this and that, second and third. And he was relying on entries, and it didn't turn out very good for entry wise.
Mm-hmm.
But this dude had already gotten that money out of his bank,
Yep.
and everybody got paid.
Yep.
He lost his ass,
Mm-hmm.
but he did what was right.
Yep.
You know.
Absolutely. Yep.
Anyway,
Yeah. That's that.
don't want to go down that rabbit hole too deep.
No. Yeah. That, like just him, Brian, those guys. Um, awesome. Yeah. And
Yeah.
that was the the Carolina Clash East versus West qualifier.
Uh, it was a Carolina Chaos Classic.
Carolina Chaos. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it
So it was the East versus West qualifier the year before. Then this past year it was uh World Series of Arm Wrestling qualifier.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do y'all have any other big qualifiers you're planning?
No, I would love to do the Arnold's one year.
Mm.
About
There's a qualifier coming up, isn't there, for the Arnolds?
there is, but
Yeah.
and I don't mean to sound no kind of way, but I would like to go when it's been back for a little bit, and maybe there's some of that overseas competition coming, like when Dennis Saplenkoff used to come, and not Alexia Voda, but I think Trubin came. Uh, you know, just
Yeah.
it'll be nice to, I don't want to go, and then there's like a bunch of dudes, and it's like me and Brent Rockers in the
Yeah.
final. Like I love Brent, I've beaten Brent, but you know,
You
now if
basically
there's
you want to test yourself. You've gotten to a
yeah,
level now.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, if the top 8 show up in North America, great, that's great too.
Yeah.
But it's just getting everybody there, man, and nobody wants to do that. They want to pull super matches only, and
Mm. What do you think is it money or is it just what's the pull in your opinion to because like I feel like I love tournaments. I mean that's arm wrestling to me, but the pull now seems to be towards super matches. I mean, is it just the glitter of it, like the being the
I
bit
think
the big.
I think WAL for the sport was great, and it caused this. They were
Mm,
offering $20,000, you
mm,
know, this, and that, and then some organizations were offering guys, their trips paid, money to show up, this and that, and now everybody's like, even if I there's a puller up and coming And I'm not gonna say any names because he's whatever. But to travel outside of his state to pull like his left arm, he was wanting to he's wanting $2,000 and paid travel.
Mm.
And this guy is not like Tim Bresnan, Michael Todd.
Wow.
Like
Yeah.
uh, he's like, yeah, man. I don't know. I'll just
Yeah.
say
Yeah. Yeah.
he's not okay. He's not Cody Wood status,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And he's a super heavyweight, but he's not Cody Wood status. He's not a number one guy. He's like the top 12 in the country, and
Eh.
very rarely pulls. He had a good match. I'll just say he had a good match with Belanger at an event one time, and he was just
Uh,
really young.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yep. Yep. No,
But I'll
exactly.
leave it. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave
And
it at that.
I'm pretty sure because I think my buddy Trevin beat him. If I'm thinking of the same person,
Okay.
beat him.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's where Trevin got his national rank. If I am thinking of the same person, that's where Trevin got his national rank left from.
And look, don't get me wrong. I like the dude, but I mean, I just think you can't ask for that. I
No.
think Michael Todd and all them guys, they can ask for whatever the hell they want. They put 35, 40 years into it,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they can.
Yeah, when you've got the name, I talked with Paul about that. He said, because Paul's been doing it a long time,
Yeah.
and he talked about how it used to take several years. You had to win some big tournaments, you had to be ranked, and then you could get a super match. But now there's all
Yeah.
these guys that win an amateur, and then they want a super match. Like I've never asked for a super match. I'm gonna, I do the YouTube thing. I don't have to be a good arm wrestler. I could just, you know? But yeah, you should have to have that reputation where you can expect a certain amount of money. Like
Yeah.
if you put a
I
challenge
think
run,
if you're like if you're my status, like
if
I'm
you're right,
number one in the
yeah,
210, I'm okay if you want to pay for me to get there and like $500. I don't know.
yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
that's pretty normal from what I've heard.
But I don't.
Normal.
I,
Absolutely.
I've been offered to stay at an opponent's house. Like, nah, I don't want to stay at my opponent's house.
But
You know what I mean?
you're gonna put something in my dinner, man. I don't know about that.
Yeah, like some laxative or something. But I mean, what are you gonna do? Just keep me up all night with the music blasting or what?
Yeah, yeah,
But it's like I take it like this dude's my enemy until we pull, and then we can bullshit, have some laughs afterwards, and
yeah,
it's hard to get pumped up for the pull guy that you like.
yeah. Yep, I have that problem. I have too many friends in arm wrestling, and then I got to go to a tournament.
Well, yeah. Well, I like Adam, or I like Adam, but every time we'd go to the tournament,
Yep,
I won't even talk. I won't even talk to him until after the tournament
yep,
because he's a nice guy. You know what I mean? And
yep.
it's just
You
yeah,
gotta,
it's just hard to get pumped up
yeah, you gotta get focused. Yeah.
for sure.
Oh yeah. What's your go to pre-tournament, pre-match kind of you have a song, certain meal you like to eat? What's the go to routine?
Yeah. So I like to eat. I don't. You asked me earlier, and I forgot to mention this about the longevity and all. But I like to eat carnivore style diet. Probably most of the time, I treat myself for a couple weeks after an event,
Sure.
and maybe eat a whole pizza and some
All you can eat
pasta.
sushi.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
rice, all yeah, yeah, yeah. But leading up to an event, if I, especially if I try to stay on it year round, but if I'm in prep, if I have, I like to be dialed in 8, 10 weeks out. You know, 100% carnivore, and then I'll throw in early. If we pull at 1, I like to eat about 6, and I like to get up early, eat about 6 in the morning, and I'll eat. I might eat some potatoes, uh, eggs, stuff like that. But I don't eat a lot on game day. That's why I eat carbs, so the carbs, they'll sit a little longer, and I'll be able to use that energy for pulling. But I don't like to eat maybe 6 hours before I pull. So music, uh, it depends. It might be DMX 1 minute, and then I might switch over to Metallica, and then I might go to Eminem, and then I might go to.
Yeah.
It depends. It really depends, and it depends on the mood, man.
I love
Sometimes.
munching on beef jerky. That's my tournament snack. You catch me
Oh
with my
yeah,
two bags of beef jerky.
yeah,
The sugar free, the meat sticks.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I eat a lot of that. I eat a lot of that type of stuff too.
Yeah.
Especially, I don't try to, if I'm doing carnivore and stuff, I also try to do like the 1 meal a day, or at least
Yeah.
do some intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
For 16, 18 hours.
Yeah. You switch
Yeah, I
back.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah, if you feel much better, your inflammation stays down, and if you do get hungry, then that zero sugar beef jerky is perfect.
Yeah.
You can
Do you feel like
take
it significantly helps your recovery? Like, do you feel like you're able to recover faster, pull more with the lower inflammation?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, definitely. And it's not even like inflammation from arm wrestling though. Like if I'm eating a lot of carbs, I have like this neck impingement thing, man,
Yeah.
that bothers me. It gives me like this bad headache, and uh but if I'm not eating the carbs and eating just the carnivore and stuff for solid 8 or 10 weeks, man, that thing just goes away.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's hard to stay off of some of that stuff year round, year round.
Thanksgiving,
Especially,
Christmas.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm a bread guy, man. Like I love bread. I love that type stuff. Rice. So it's
Sushi.
hard.
Sushi's one of my.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's a
You got,
place where I live. It's like you go there for lunch. It's like 11. It's like $13. It's all you can eat sushi for like $13. How do you not go there
yeah.
every day? How do you not
They'd
go
hate
there
me.
every day? Oh,
They'd
it's
hate
good
me.
sushi too. It's good.
Yeah, they'd hate me.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably my biggest weakness is milkshakes.
I'm not. Luckily, I'm not into a lot of like sweets.
Yeah.
But I would say if I do have if I want something sugary, I'll take a couple heaping spoons of peanut butter and eat it.
Mm,
That's kind of my go-to.
yeah. I love like raw milk. I don't know if you do raw milk.
I don't. Yeah, I don't eat a lot of dairy, man. I don't. I think that helps with inflammation too.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
I
why
try.
if I do drink milk, I go raw, unpasteurized, a lot. It's just
So
you don't feel it as much.
it's better. Yeah.
Yeah, because the enzymes inside the milk haven't been
Mm,
killed. You know.
Yeah, yeah. It's not homogenized and stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It
it's almost
wasn't
like
heated up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Something to think about. A little raw milk for you. I go
Yeah.
through 2 weeks straight.
Well, I mean, every once in a while, I like to eat a whole box of Fruity Pebbles or something.
Mm,
You know what
yeah,
I'm
good.
saying? Or
Oh yeah,
cinnamon toast crunch or something
it
like
hits
that.
you. It hits you out of nowhere. You're like,
I need to stop. I need to stop talking about it. I only got like 12 days. Or
yeah. Because you said you're about to run into Walmart, right? I don't want to give you any bad ideas.
yeah, I know. Jeez. No,
Yeah. So
I actually weighed today. I'm already on weight. It's at 220, and I'm already like 220. So.
do you ever have to do you do any water cutting to get to your weight class, or can you just kind of get there through diet?
When I cut 209, I water cut.
Okay.
I seem to if I'm eating 100% carnivore, diet's dialed in. I'm eating right amount of calories I should. That leaves me sitting around 217 to 219. So then I just water load the rest, and usually I can pee out everything except about 3 pounds of it, and then I'll just sweat it out.
Okay. So not like
Yeah.
not nothing crazy, not like a 20-pound water cut or anything like that.
No, the I cut for the East vs West qualifier. I cut from 236 to 209.
Oh,
Now,
oh, oh.
I'll get this. So after rehydrating and all that, like the next day before I pulled, I was like 240. But I felt like a slob. I felt like a slob. I felt like I could feel the water moving around in my stomach. Like I just felt like I was slow as hell. I was
Mm,
strong as shit, but I was slow. I was
yeah.
catching everybody, and yeah, I mean, I don't think it's worth it. Uh, that's one thing too. When you're rehydrating, I think you can overdo it.
Mm.
Like if you cut from 218 to 20, don't rehydrate at 230.
Hmm.
Like rehydrate. I think rehydrate to where you cut from.
Interesting. Because I
Yeah.
know one of the big problems when you're cutting water is it takes like, is it 24 hours for it to get back to your brain? Like that's kind of one of the big ones is getting the water back to your brain. I feel like
Yeah,
I've
and that all depends on how long you've been dehydrated.
mm.
So I pulled Alabama State one time, man, and I probably this is before I knew how to cut weight, but I didn't drink water for like 36 hours.
Oh.
Dude, I had to pee a little bit, and when I peed, man, that thing was like brown. Hurt. Yeah, it hurt. I was like, I'm never doing that again. Your back's
Yeah.
kind of hurting because your kidneys are fighting for their lives. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah.
not good.
Do you do like the what is it, the GSP type water cut? You
Mm-mm.
drink like 2 gallons and then cut it down, or how do you do it?
No, that don't work for me. I work outside, so I drink 2 gallons of water as it is
Mm.
usually. So when I water cut, I actually increase mine. I'll drink. So the Saturday before, I'll drink 3 gallons all
Mm.
the way. Say I got to weigh in Friday morning.
Yeah.
I'll drink 3 gallons all the way up until Wednesday, and Wednesday I'll drink 3.5. Thursday I'll drink 3.5, and then once I'm done with that 3.5, and I try to be done about midnight, and I don't drink anything after that. But like I
Mm.
said, if I'm weighing in that afternoon or whatever, it's not that bad.
So wait, you're drinking all the way up to Thursday night.
If I'm
And then
weighing in Friday, yeah,
okay. And then you
yeah.
just flush it out. You just pee it out.
Then you're up peeing all night.
Okay. Hmm.
Well, you
Because
pee so at the beginning,
yeah,
first couple days, you're gonna gain 3-4 pounds, maybe
yeah.
5, until your body starts realizing like, oh shoot, I gotta get rid of this, and then it'll just open the floodgates, and then you're peeing every 10 minutes.
Mm.
Yeah, and then it just keeps that floodgates open. So even if you go to sleep that night, you're waking up 6 times during the night to pee because the button's turned on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I see. So it's similar because I know that the GSP type cut, similar idea. You load at the beginning and then you cut down your
Yeah,
from like 2 gallons to whatever.
to like half a gallon. Yeah, I tried that a couple of times. It just doesn't work for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I
But
know that's what Ryan Bath does. My
yeah,
buddy Ryan. He'll
yeah, I
cut.
know, dude. I don't know everybody. I'm the only one I know that does it like that.
That's interesting. So you're
But up
drinking 3 gallons all the way up till
till Wednesday, and then I start 3.5 and drink 3.5 Wednesday, 3.5 Thursday.
wow.
So
And it's still flushing out.
yeah,
But then Friday morning or your cutoffs Thursday night.
Thursday by midnight.
Huh. So you still are drinking, but your body's flushing it all out.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. I
So
see.
th- well, thir- so the way I finally I was like, why do I even cut the water off or start tapering the water because my pee starts to slow down if I can continue to pound the water and I'm visibly losing a pound and a half each day, I'm gonna lose an extra 3 pounds that
Really? Yeah.
Thursday going into Friday, a
So
pound
what
and a
does your
half
weight
to two
what does
pounds.
your weight look like as you're hitting it? Just going down kind of
Yeah,
that
it
whole
depends. It depends. 1 to 3 pounds a day. It
wow,
depends.
really?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
And you,
fascinating.
well, and again, you don't eat carbs, right? You
Yeah,
remove
and
the carbs.
no salt, right?
Uh, well, I do what I it's a salt load. So I'll front load 10 days
Mm.
out salt. So I'll lower the salt as the week goes on, but I never omit it
Okay.
because it's very like that's part of your electrolytes and you need it.
Yeah.
And this is I learned that from a video of this UFC coach and trainer that you know that trains all of his guys to do this stuff.
Right.
So he's like I never my guys never go without salt. So at
Interesting.
my meal
Makes sense.
my meal Friday night is just say a pound and a half of beef. I'm still able to put salt on it, and I'm not trying, and I'm not having to like,
Kill yourself.
yeah, like trying to get it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that sounds like a much more doable water cut. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, it just came from. I think everybody's different, but it just came from experimenting
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
doing terrible ones, and then
Yeah.
kind of
I've only
figuring
done
it
I've
out.
only cut I was like I was walking around like 157, and I was trying to get to 154.9 for Alabama
Mm,
State. And I just like didn't drink water the day of, pretty much. Took like a
yeah,
salt bath the night before, walked
yeah,
around a little bit, drove up. It's like 3 hours of driving.
that's
Yeah.
probably
Got to
easy.
the bathroom. Took my shoes off, 154.9. Didn't even have to take my clothes off. So I
Oh
was like,
yeah,
it was like 2 pounds of water weight. And then I had some bone broth and a block of
oh yeah,
cheese. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But the weight cut sucks, right? Like it sucks. It sucks. It sucks pounding 3 gallons of water down. It's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard, dude. And
It's real hard.
you've like you got to force yourself. It's hard to do, uh, but it's part of the journey. Especially, you go to a big event like East First West. You did your water cut, all your training. You're rehydrated. You go back out there and you pull the W out, man. It's
Nothing like it.
nah,
No.
no.
Because you work for it. The
Oh, for
water,
sure.
yeah. Yeah.
It's all self discipline, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll leave you with this. Big question. What to you if you had to sell arm wrestling to someone, what's the pitch? What do you love about arm wrestling that you would try to communicate to somebody who doesn't know anything about it?
What I love about arm wrestling,
Yeah.
uh,
Trying to sell it to somebody.
oh boy, I'm a terrible salesman. Uh, yeah. Well, I'll say it like this, man. I had a problem with alcohol, and it helped me focus on something entirely different and focus on something that I could be competitive at, and uh, you know, and made me focus on being a better human and taking care of myself a lot better, uh, and staying away from the alcohol.
Hmm.
I mean, that's what I tell everybody. It's helped me with that issue. So if anybody has an issue like that or anything, this definitely you know this definitely will help you.
Yeah, it's something you can really focus on because the
Yes.
people it's something you can get hooked on. The people who get hooked on arm wrestling, you're hooked.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Like, look, if you talking about, challenging yourself to do something, there's always new challenges you face in arm wrestling.
Mhm.
Whether it's weight cuts, whether it's trying to gain weight, whether it's trying to beat this guy or trying to win this tournament or trying to master a top roll. Like, there's so many obstacles in your way, and you can just knock them down one by one, man. And then there's always gonna be uh, more of them for you to choose. Whatever route you want to go and tackle the next one.
Yep. And you can do it. You can do it till you're 80.
Yeah, it's old
Yeah.
man sport.
Yeah. Old man sport. Well, yeah. You said you're 40. I mean, you're just now hitting your prime.
Yeah,
That's when you hit
yeah,
your prime for arm wrestling.
yeah. I think your strength prime is probably 35 to 55. You might start to fall off there, uh, in your mid 50s, but I don't know.
Yeah.
You got some guys, like Todd Hutchins.
Yep. But he's 50
I
something.
think he's six. I think he's 60.
Yeah.
I think he just turned 60,
He's still going up. It's
or maybe
crazy.
he's 50. No, maybe he's 59, and he said next year
Yeah, because I
he'll
think it
be.
was like 58. In what couple of maybe East versus West or something. Because I remember seeing the age thing. He's almost 60.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
I
getting
think
there.
I think he's 59, and he'll be 60 soon.
Hmm.
In the next few months, several months. I don't know,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just unbelievable what he does.
Yeah. Well,
We can
awesome.
only hope. We can only hope.
Yep. Absolutely. Well, thank you. I won't keep you too much later. I know you got some stuff to do, but awesome talking to you.
Yeah, good talking to you, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, later.
Later.